Hello and welcome to my channel, Life in the Jar. This summer, July of 2021, we spent beautiful time at Cape Charles, Virginia. And while we're out there, we decided to capture some of that memory and create life in a jar by collecting some of the grass on the sand dunes and put them in a jar and bringing them home for the memories. Without losing any time, I found my kid's little shovel and I started collecting some of the sand into the Ziploc that I'm later gonna put in a jar and plant some plants. Picked some of the grass. I didn't want to grab the big ones, but the smaller ones. Roots go really deep on that grass, so it took me some time to dig them out without injuring the root system. I picked a nice few specimens in there and placed them in a Ziploc bag by burying them deep inside so they can be protected while traveling home. While I was collecting some of the plants, I saw some dry sticks from older plants that had been just laying around, and I figured, why not take them home with me and recreate the same kind of environment that I saw at the Virginia and put them in the jar, and so they look just like I remember all of that experience. For the jar, I just picked standard pickle jar with the standard metal lid, which I wouldn't use in a saltwater environment, but because this jar and this environment is going to be very dry, sandy grass. Here's the sand and the plants that I picked. Placed them nicely in the tray so I don't spill any sand all over my workbench. And I slowly started to picking the correct ones and figuring out how I'm gonna set up the jar for this environment. Pouring sand in, I wanted to get approximately 3 inches of sand, 3 inches deep of the sand. So here's my measuring. There you go. That's about 3 inches, and that I figured that's good enough of the sand for the plants to thrive in the jar. Place a couple of those dry old plant sticks of older plants. I'm not sure what those are, but you got the idea. Kind of with the chopsticks, I know I need to get myself a nice long tweezers, but with the chopsticks I put a couple of the seashells in there just to recreate same kind of environment out there. There's one of that grass that I'm planting into the sand, trying to get roots in there as deep as possible, just so. Little bit of struggle with the chopsticks again. For the next video I'll get myself a nice tweezers, but at this point I was getting better and better with planting the grass with the chopstick. And this is what the jar looks like. There you go. I found one very nice specimen in there with the roots and all. So I plant it right there. Now here's my water choice. Now I need to get water. So because I didn't want to use faucet water from this faucet and has some other chlorine and all the chemicals in it, I walked back to my backyard creek. Yes, I have this beautiful backyard creek, and I decided to get some of the water straight from the creek, so it's nice and clean. And this is as close as you can get to the rainwater. I washed my water bottle, collected some of the water. There you go, and I took it back with me to water the plants. Long decision on how much water should be used, and I figured, those plants, they don't get a lot of water in there. It was really hot and dry in there, so I used half an ounce. I was poured a little too much in there, but a half an ounce of water per that jar, and we're just gonna see how it goes. That's the whole point of the experiment. It's really hard to predict how much water it's gonna need, but this is what it looks like. A little bit of moisture in the water in there, just gonna get sealed up. before you seal that lid, make sure you clean it really nice so there's no sand stuck to the gasket, so it's a nice tight sealant in there. There you go, as tight as possible. That thing is not going anywhere for a while. So there you go, this is what the jar looks like. Please subscribe to my channel, help the channel grow. I'm gonna post daily and then later on weekly updates on what's happening with the jar. So if you want to be part of it, if you want to watch and see what's really going on in there, consider clicking the subscribe button. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.